everybody. This is Woodstock Regional Artists. I'm your host, Sal Miccio, coming from my studio in West Hurley, along with David Lax, our producer engineer at the controls at Studio A in Saugerties, New York. Tonight's guest, Lara Hope, songwriter, singer, and band leader. Good evening, Lara. How are you tonight?
Good evening. I'm happy to be here chatting with you from the comfort of my home.
It's a pleasure to have you. How long have you been performing, Lara?
Well, the first time I ever took the stage was when I was 9 to do musical theater in a production of Oliver, community theater production of Oliver. And I guess I kind of got the bug at that point. It felt great. I played the role of Oliver, pre-puberty, played a little boy. And I did a lot of musical theater after that with my mom growing up. So kind of that was my first foray onto the stage. And then when I was in high school, I started playing guitar. And then when I was in college was when I actually formed my first band and started playing gigs out.
That's great. Where were you living at the time when you did all the performing?
On Long Island in the town of Plainview.
Uh-huh. Nice. So you hit the road last year, I guess it was, and I was following you on Facebook. I know you had troubles with the van and so forth.
Always troubles with the
van. Tell us about your trip to Europe, though. It sounds interesting. I'd like to hear about that.
Europe was wonderful. It was quite a unique opportunity we had. We didn't get to go all over Europe. It was 1 month, and it was just based in Belgium and Holland. But we worked with a booking agent at the time based out of Belgium called Surfing Airlines. And he, since, the countries are so small and so close together there, we stayed in one house for the whole month in Belgium. Uh-huh. And then we'd get picked up every day, the time changing depending on how far our drive was. But I mean, the farthest the drive was ever going to be was 3 hours, considering we were only in Belgium and Holland. So we get picked up, we get driven to the gig, we play the gig, and we get driven back home to the house. So we got to really it was a way of touring I'd never experienced before, like the schlep of carrying your suitcases in and out every day and sleeping in a different place every night. Didn't happen. We would go food shopping. We would actually get a chance to cook ourselves lunch every day and get to know the community a little bit. So it was, it was a really nice experience. It was my first and so far only tour in Europe, but it was really beautiful there. We saw a lot of farmland, a lot of really beautiful architecture and beautiful landscaping, and I ate a lot of spaghetti.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I see you did the 6-week tour with Brian Setzer. When you were on tour, I saw a special of his on TV, and he had 12 or 15 people on stage. Were you on stage with all those folks, or did you open for him? How did that come about?
So that was the Brian Setzer Orchestra. So the crew was 30 people altogether, and I think there was about 20 people in his orchestra. And we were the opening band. So we weren't playing at the same time as them, but they had such an amazing, elaborate setup every night. Because as I mentioned, it was a Christmas tour. So they had all sorts of nutcrackers and Christmas trees and backdrops. They would get there in the morning and set up. And then, big band style, everyone in the orchestra had a seat with sheet music in front of them and the whole horn section and the percussion section. And we would just warmed up the audiences for them every night.
Wow. Sounds like a thrill.
Best time of my life.
I bet. And also you played at the 50th anniversary of Woodstock down in Bethel. How'd you get involved with that?
We did. I'm really not sure. They had reached out to us. I have a feeling it's because we had played Mountain Jam the summer before that. So I'm assuming that somebody that worked at Bethel must have seen us at the Mountain Jam stage and invited us back. Given it wasn't on the same stage as Ringo Starr, but it was still quite the honor to be there.
Terrific. Your band is called the Ark-Tones. Who's in the band?
So it's myself, obviously, Lara Hope, my husband, Matt Goldpaw, and we've had on lead guitar for the past, I'd say 3 years is Eddie Ryan. And for the past 2 years, we've had Jeremy Boniello out of New Paltz, but we actually are on the hunt for a new drummer. So if anybody is watching this and wants to get paid dozens of dollars for your time, give me a call.
There you go. Let's call Lara. You have a CD called Luck Maker, which was released in 2014. Love You to Life in 2017. And Here to Tell the Tale will be released in the winter of 2020. How much of that's in the can at the moment?
That's done. We went into the studio for 10 days straight over at NRS with Scott Petito. And we banged it out in January, and our plan was to release it over the summer, but then COVID-19 hit, and it just kind of like halted everything, both in terms of actually having shows to be able to push the album and in terms of like financially being able to back the release and the promotion of it. So it's done, and it's like eating away at me that I'm just kind of sitting on it right now. I'm just waiting for the right time and the money and honestly the motivation at this point to all come together and to get it released when it feels right.
Well, let's hope that happens soon. So let's go to your first video of the evening. Which album was Whiskey Pick on?
That's off the 2014 release Luck Maker.
Okay, so without further ado, let's listen to and watch Whiskey Pick. Love that video. Tell us about how Whiskey Pick came about.
That was, everyone that was in that video to this day says that was the most fun Monday night anyone's ever had. We filmed that over at Keegan Ailes in Kingston. And yes, those are the real Kingston police that are fake arresting us. Whiskey Pick came from years ago. I was playing at an open mic night, and I was, taking a drink of whiskey, and I was playing my guitar, and whiskey got on my pick, and I was like, Whiskey Pick, huh? And then I realized it's kind of like a play on words. It means like when you're too drunk to play your guitar, what you've got is called Whiskey Pick. So the song was written, kind of just as a fun ode to, getting drunk and playing music, and, how much is too much. Sometimes you can play all night. Sometimes you can't play at all. And, Keegan's was nice enough to let us use the space, and the mayor of Kingston was nice enough to let us borrow his police for the night.
Oh, that's great. So you have won some awards here. I'd like to read them off. So winner of the 2017 American Music Award for Best Female Rockabilly Artist.
I should say it's Ameripolitan.
Ameripolitan. That's what it is. It says Ameripolitan, and I can't even read it straight. Winner of the SUNY New Paltz 40 Under 40 Award. What is that all about? So
I don't know how often they do it. I think it's maybe biannually, or I think this might have been the first one they did. They kind of look at the SUNY New Paltz alumni of people who graduated from a certain year on that makes them under 40 years old, and they look at what are they doing now, and they picked from I don't remember exactly how they did it, how they whittled it down, but they ended up picking 40 people that had graduated from SUNY New Paltz that are under 40 years old, that are kind of like doing well in their field, or are an upstanding member of society, or doing good.
Nice. Oh, it's a nice award.
It was very nice.
Yeah. Winner of the City of Kingston Distinguished Artist Award for 2020 and 2021. That just happened.
It did. Well, it kind of just happened. It was unfortunately one of the things that got postponed indefinitely due to COVID. We were supposed to have a big ceremony at Town Hall, and the mayor was going to present me with an award, and we were going to play, and all our friends and family and town board members. It was going to be this amazing night. I was so looking forward to it, and then right now it's on hiatus. So.
And it says here, second place winner of the Chrono Grammys Best Local Band category. If you were second place, who was in first place? I can't believe it.
Ian Flanagan won first, who is a really great singer-songwriter. I've seen him play a few times. But what was kind of funny is that the Chronogram magazine reached out to everyone that was a winner and a runner-up, and they made a compilation video of everybody dancing, and they used our song. So everyone, even the winner of the category, had to dance to our song.
How about that? All right. Well, let's go into the second video now. This video is called "I'm the One," and that's on what CD is that on?
That we originally released that as a single, and then we re-recorded it, and we put it on our last album, "Love You to Life."
About those other gals you've been with, I'm the one for you. I don't wanna know about those other gals you've been with, I'm the one for you. Did you work the mile? Did you make you smile? Did you want romance? Did you like to dance? Could you sing a song and go all night long? I'm the one for you. Wow. one for you.
And is this your wedding?
Part of it is. It was part of it was filmed at BSP, which is actually where we also had our wedding, but it was filmed previously at BSP, and then the footage at the end is from our actual wedding ceremony.
Lara, let's talk about the Gold Hope duo. That is you and Matt. Matt the Knife Goldpaw. That is your husband.
Correct.
Great bass player. Tell us about your playing together.
Well, the Gold Hope duo just kind of happened naturally when we, got together and started dating and playing music together with the full band. And it's really allowed us to have experiences that we wouldn't necessarily be able to have with the full band in terms of different types of places we can play. Obviously, not every bar or venue is equipped for a full band with a drum kit. Sometimes places want, a little bit quieter, or they want acoustic music, etc. So, it's allowed us to do a lot of stuff, play breweries, and just, even play a restaurant. We've done plenty of happy hours, stuff at restaurants, and it keeps our schedule full. When the rest of the guys and the full band maybe aren't available, we're able to always keep our schedule full and keep the bills paid.
That's smart. That's nice. Very good. And you have a CD out called Mary Kana. Yeah.
Americana. Kind of play on words of Americana.
I'm sorry. Released in 2016. And you also have some songs of The Key of Quarantine, which is going to be released, which was released Friday. Wow.
Got it here.
You have it. There it is. That's great.
It's actually right where I'm sitting right now. You can see the same artwork.
I love it. We'll have to get a copy of that. Without further ado, let's look at the next video, which is Love You to Life, Lara Hope and the Ark-Tones.
Love you more than I did yesterday. I love you more than I did yesterday. 'Cause yesterday you kinda pissed me off. I need you now more than I needed you then. Needed you then more than I needed you then. I need you now more than I needed you then. 'Cause yesterday you kinda pissed me off. Because you are an emotional roller coaster, and I am total enough to ride. You say that you love me
Okay, Love You to Life. What a nice video that was. Why don't you explain to us how that got together?
Sure. We have friends who live in Rosendale. In fact, we've filmed many parts of our videos in Rosendale. And they have this great tiki themed backyard. And we always wanted to do something there. We just wanted to take advantage of this beautiful oasis that they've created. So when we had this song that kind of had a little bit of a calypso Latin vibe kind of feel, we thought we should do a tiki pool party in their yard. And so they were kind enough to let us use their yard and that song "Love You to Life." It's been like quite a hit. I didn't expect it, but that's the song that people seem to really latch onto.
Yeah, I was tapping my foot for it. I know that. So I enjoyed it very much.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, you have some additional information that you supported Joan Jett, the Tiger Army, Gary U.S. Bonds, America, and numerous other folks, and Jay Leno. Tell us about that.
That was pretty recently. I think that was less than a year ago. It was over at UPAC, and that one we just did as a duo. I guess Jay Leno likes to have a musical guest opener as opposed to a comedian opening for him. So, I mean, I thought at first, I assumed it's because the duo, we have some kind of like comically driven songs that maybe we just thought we would pair well with him. So the folks over at UPAC asked us to support him. Of course, we said yes. It was really a wonderful night, and he was a very nice guy, and he was really funny. He really, took for one person without any equipment, just be able to take over a whole stage like that and keep people laughing for an hour straight. It's like that's hard
amazing.
to do.
Yeah, he is amazing. That's terrific. Who were your early influences in music, Lara?
Well, honestly, like some of my earliest memories were listening to show tunes. Like as I mentioned, I did a lot of musical theater as a kid, and both my mom and my dad, who divorced at a young age, they both independently were into show tunes. So when I'd spend weekends with my dad, that's what we would do. We would go see plays, we'd go see off-Broadway shows, occasionally Broadway shows. And I mean, I still to this day love Broadway. I really, really do. And my parents, they weren't really rock and rollers that much, but they, my mom did listen to the Beatles. There was that, and a lot of folk music. And then, as I got older, I found some more, early country, Dolly Parton, early rock and roll, Richie Valens, Jerry Lee Lewis. I don't know.
Cool.
I listen to a wide variety of stuff.
You play guitar and you're teaching yourself the uke. So you're writing a tune with the uke? Is that what's happening?
I am. I've always heard people say that when they tried writing on a different instrument, they were able to create a different type of song. And I never really understood that because I've always written on a guitar. But even just picking up a ukulele for a few days, I really can understand that concept now, because of the different tuning and just the different tone it makes. I also love how small it is. I love that I just, can sit out in a little chair. If we take a road trip, I can take it in the car. I can eat. And I've played it a lot over the past 4 days.
So Lara, I understand that you have a Lara Hope face mask coming out. What's that going to look like? Do you have a sample of it yet?
We just placed an order for them yesterday, so I will have them in 2 weeks. But we made 2 versions, one that has red lips on them, and one that just has kind of a more Western with stars. And they both say, "Stay safe and listen to Lara Hope music."
Terrific. You also are putting together a children's show.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
All of foreseeable touring has been canceled, and we're home. We just bought a house 2 days before quarantine started, before the world shut down, and now we're sitting here with most of our work canceled, trying to figure out all right, well, what's our next step? What are we going to do to make money? What are we going to do to stay busy and be productive? So that's why we wrote this quarantine album that just came out. And for years, we've been playing over at the Rocking Horse Ranch in Highlands as the country western entertainers. So we already have this dress like a cowboy, cowgirl, do this really family friendly kind of shticky thing. And And so I just think it's going to be fun to, at least for now, we'll just do them, through Facebook Live or through Zoom, however it works. And then, as things progress, maybe we could do some small parties at people's houses, and we'll see, how the world turns out. But for now, yeah, it's going to be kind of like a cowboy cowgirl themed kids show called The Gold Hope Belongs.
Uh-huh.
And I'll probably play a lot of ukulele.
That'd be great. So Lara, I've noticed on Facebook you talk about being alcohol free. Would you like to say something about that?
I am 270 days alcohol free, but who's counting?
Very good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, living life as a musician and being on the road a lot, or even just playing, locally, anyone that's done that knows that alcohol is just around all the time. You're usually getting it for free, or at least at a big discount, and it's just become such a normal part of life and becomes so ingrained that sometimes you can kind of like lose track of its role and its importance of your life, and you get to a point where you have to think like, all right, who's in control here? Like, am I in control of the alcohol, or is the alcohol in control of me? And I mean, as year after year went by, I noticed myself just feeling like crappier and crappier all the time after a night at the bar, a night of drinking. And I was really tired of feeling like shit, for lack of a better term. Mm-hmm. That I knew I needed a change. I needed more energy. I was always tired. And I wanted to be in control again. So I decided to give this a try. And, it's just like one day at a time. I don't really have a forever plan. I'm just, seeing how it goes, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not going to say there aren't days that are really hard, because there are, especially in the summer where we're hanging out outside and, barbecuing with friends in the backyard. But I at least need to make it to a year at this point, and then I can reevaluate. But I did write a song about it for the new album, Song in the Key of Quarantine.
All right.
The song's called I Picked a Bad Time to Quit Drinking during quarantine.
Oh, bless you. We wish you well with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's go to video number 4. Now, video number 4 is Calling My Name. And which album is that on?
That is on the last Ark-Tones album, Love You to Life.
It ain't easy in these boots. Well, I wake up every morning, feel the sunlight burn my eyes. Last night's music hung me over, and today is the reprise. Well, there's some days that I hate it, but there's some days that I love. That's why I would never trade it for the moon and the stars. Calling, and I'm stuck in the somewhere. These nights are getting me somewhere. These heights are bringing me to the sky. Well, these lights are taking me somewhere. Oh, these nights are getting me somewhere. These heights are bringing me to the sky. Sky, yeah. 'Cause it's the lights calling, the lights are calling my name. It's the stage calling, and I'm stuck in this game. It's the road calling, the road is calling my name. Hey, yeah. It's the night calling, the night time's calling, and I'm stuck in this game. I'm stuck in this game. I'll never leave this game. No, 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 no.
Nice video. How did Calling My Name come about?
Thank you. Well, Calling My Name is a song about, and I'm sure both of you can relate as musicians, that we can't stop playing music because, it's not something that we chose to do. We're doing it because it's calling our name. So the song and the lyrics and the video, is really about the fact that, as the chorus says, the stage is calling my name, the lights are calling my name, the road is calling my name. And, of all the ups and downs and the craziness that the life of being a musician is, we do it because it's calling to us and we can't say no most of the time.
Right. Very interesting. Tell us, you have a website. What is the name of your website?
We do. It is Lara Hope, LARAHOPE.net.
LaraHope.net. And where can folks download your music?
If you just go right to that website, there's a tab that says shop, and then it'll take you where you can buy all of our music, all of our shirts, the new CDs, the masks, everything.
And Lara, do you have a tip jar?
We do. We have a PayPal and a Venmo. You can, if you go to PayPal, you can just send money to the email goldhopeduo@gmail. And if you go to Venmo, here's a little secret. My middle name is Hope. My last name is Levine. So my Venmo is Lara-Levine, LEVINE-2.
All right. You're terrific. We have been talking and listening to Lara Hope tonight, folks. Some great conversation and some fantastic videos. Lara, thank you for being our guest this evening. So tune in next week, next Tuesday, for another special guest. Until then, be safe and support your local musicians any way you can. Thank you and good night.